5 if it goes the distance. Of course, now we can jump straight into the action of Pool C matchup, Rise Nation versus LG.
Here we go. This should be one of the better matches of the day. LG, Rise. Rise won, what, the 2K a couple of weeks ago. They've got a new look roster. They're feeling very good, Miles.
They got to be feeling good, and I hope they're dressed warm because we're going to have 3 forests.
Right.
But here we go, kicking this one off already. Rise going to be getting the first few points here on what is going to be the first of 3 very, very exciting matches, Clint. Still, Clint, what do you think of this one so far? Because again, for me, Luminosity are a team that I think underperformed in the last event. I think it's fair to say that we had higher expectations for them. I think they got a lot to prove here in New Orleans, but
certainly,
is it on them to do it?
Yeah, I mean, they struggle at Dallas. They don't get the finish they want, but then they come out and win Montreal. They start to look a lot better over the past couple months, so you think they're going to bring that here, but right now, very, very slow start. It's all Rise. They're going to be leading this one, what, 31-0 off the break. We know how dominant that Cave hardpoint can be if you get in early control. That's exactly what Rise did. LG now going to have to answer back as we get into Ruins.
Slower than Ralph Wiggum. Here we go, still on board now with methods from Rise Nation as they now try to push on forward, keeping control of this lead. 34 points currently, the Ruins yet to be grabbed yet. As you can see, these are coming on through from both sides. It's going to be a couple of shots exchanged. John's going to be picking up 2. Octane takes care of John, but this is methods. He's been playing crazy all day, Clint, and this is just testament. Smart plays. He's playing it slow. He's playing it safe. 2 in a row for him now, and he's just completely denied LG getting that hard point.
And one thing to point out, you're also seeing a little bit of a resurgence of the FG here. I mean, it's been mostly bar STG. STG's been the favorite on maps like this where you need the longer range, but the FG can get it done too. When you have those long sight lines, it's still your best, most steady gun, that 3-bullet kill, and you can dominate in range. You're seeing a bit of it from either side. Finally, Luminosity at least able to tack a couple of points on the board.
Yeah, it's nice to see a bit of blue there on the board. Of course, Luminosity in the blue trunks. That's going to be Rise Nation in the red. This is Octane, a man that just dropped 40 kills in his last matchup. Looking pretty hot so far today. See if he can keep this one going against Rise. Rise still points flowing for them. This is LG in control. Octane in control of the bunker. He's got Looney coming in from behind. His teammates are watching the forest, and here comes 3 players from Rise up through the middle, and they're going to be taken down there. Slacked out. We're going to get in there, pick up the pieces. JCap on the flank, possibly 2. TJ is going to clean them up, and this is it. Luminosity trying to hold on by their teeth, Clint, but they seem to be doing it. It seems to be going okay.
I mean, you have the spawns if you're Rise, but LG is just trying to bully their way through the front. You know, if you don't have the spawns here, the best you're trying to do is, well, the worst you're trying to do is at least contest as long as you can. They've done a solid job of that. No, they didn't get a lot of points there, but for a while they at least held Rise Nation at bay, but now finally, it's a wave of kills for Rise. They're going to tack up a lot of time here. 20 seconds remaining. It'll get them out to nearly 80 points. And it's been all them thus far, but you know, we've been talking about methods. The confidence is there. The skill is there. A guy that we've been kind of waiting to see this resurgence is finally looking like a king again. And on the other side, is Octane going to be able to match it? I think both of them have dropped 40 bombs in hard points already this weekend. They've just been stellar from a skill standpoint.
Yeah, you see Luminosity not exactly there in the kills department. Streaks for TJ Halley there in the back end. That's going to be coming up a little bit later on. JCap currently on 4 kills in a row. Almost on a spree there, and as you can see, 50 seconds remaining here on East Road, and this is Luminosity. JCap bracing for impact, and he's going to be crushed there by TJ Halley. You can see those players pushing on through clean. That was an easy break for Rise.
It was, but they need to get JCap going. You just saw the 4 streak, but before that, I believe he started out 1-7, 1-8. He was really having a poor beginning to this. And when you're playing a team like Rise Nation, or any of these top teams in North America, you can't have one guy that just completely goes off the rails and has a slow start like that. You'll get punished like Rise is doing it to him early here, but still, a lot of gameplay left in this first hard point. Rise Nation still picking up time. It's Octane and John able to push in and now take control of the East Road hard point. LG, I mean, they've done enough to stay in this, right? They were getting blown out a bit early on, but they're not out of it whatsoever.
Now, Rise Nation again, they have the lead. They got the kills so far, but Luminosity nipping at the heels. LG want to get back into this one. This is JCap hoping to make something work there, hitting the back end of the forest in the next set of rotations. There's going to be Cave up here, and it's a big old kill from JCap. Going to pick up that first. He's going to make his way through. Octane's getting kills in the back end with methods. Clint, one thing you said about the FG42 making a bit of a resurgence here. It's nice to see so many weapons being used here in New Orleans already. We've got STGs coming out. We haven't exactly seen the M1s at this stage. That's the M1 911, by the way. And yeah, it's kind of cool to see a little bit of variance here.
Yeah, 3 different ARs we've seen over the course of just day 1. So it's great to see. And now, as LG finally gets some points in Cave, remember the first time through, utter domination for Rise Nation. The early part of this hard point was all Rise as well. Luminosity finally breaks in for some time, but not for long. Rise back in. TJ Halley soaking up time. Octane's going to try and push him out of this one. Swaps to the PPSH. Nice shots, and he'll clear him out. But let's focus. Can we hop over to number 3 on Rise? Gunless. He's set up here in top ruin, so he's going to deal with the initial pressure that comes in from LG. Very up to the task. That is not a hard gunfight to take with a pistol flying at you when you got high ground.
Yeah, that's, again, we're talking about the SCG there in hand of Gunless. He's going to be picking up that one. As you can see, Rise now full control. Luminosity trying to break against him, but it's just like waves crashing against rocks right now. LG not able to find the hole. And that was 2 in the back end for Octane. And this is Looney also making his way forward, trying to prevent those players making their way into ruins.
I talked to E6 after they lost to Rise Nation, and they played Gibraltar. I guess they banned Arden Forest. I was like, why did you ban Arden Forest? They're like, that's one of Method's best maps. He usually goes off there. He completely dominates. So E6 was scared to face him on that particular map. Right now, Method's just at +1, but leading the way for Slayers on his team right there with TJ Halley. On the other end, look at the streak starting to build up for Luminosity. John, 5 kills in a row. Octane's got 6 as well. Both getting very close to streaks here.
Yeah, it's still going strong for Octane. John was taken down there, but you can see very close, 25 points away from that mortar strike. And that is going to be influential in retaking these next few hard points. Final moments of the ruins are going to be going all towards Rise Nation. And you can see the battle for Bunker now ensuing. Slacked won't be taking home anything there except for a best effort award. TJ cleans him up big time.
Look at this spawn. I thought they had back bunker control, but Slack spawns all the way out. Now Rise immediately has control. I thought for sure Slack would pop it back bunker, but Rise has enough control there. They get the spawns, they're now set up, and now it's going to be LG once again trying to bash their heads into the front of this. If you take a look at the bottom of the minimap, number 6, that's going to be John trying to wrap behind, see if he can make a play here, but Bunker is another hard point that's been pretty much all Rise Nation.
Big plays from Rise Nation. They're managing to take out John on the flank and the players coming in through mid, hoping to catch them unaware. And again, as you can see, it's LG having to go right through the open field of the forest. They've got to make their way straight on through mid. And without the help of their teammates on the other side, if they're winning those gunfights, you know, on the cut side and on the back end, then they can make their way through mid. I haven't seen any smokes coming out, Clint, so they're not exactly using that to break this kind of setup here on Bunker. And as you can see, Rise Nation, they're just walking away with this one now. 150 and climbing. We're going to flip soon, but still, it's all Rise Nation at this point.
Yeah, you know, I said earlier that Luminosity wasn't out of it. They were still had kept that kind of 30 to 40 point deficit, but since then it's just continued to grow. You know, 10 here, 20 there, from hard point to hard point. Rise has had early control of what seems like every hard point outside of East Road. But this is a tough hard point to rack up a ton of time. We'll see if they can do it, but you have streaks now that are coming from Rise Nation. That'll help you break in as TJ Halley's able to connect. Octane looks like he's going to try and answer with a glide bomb of his own. Look how layered they are on the map if you're Rise. He'll only be able to get one. No two-piece there for him.
Yeah, pretty well spread. They've still got that mortar strike again. Octane still has that to use. And at the moment, trying to break on through, trying to get back onto East Road. This was the most profitable hard point for them at this stage, but not too far, not so far in this one. TJ Halley taking the kills there. Again, staying alive somehow there in the cabin, and he's going to be holding on as best he can, and that's still going to be Rise Nation in control of the hard point. 55 points are separating them now, Clint, and it's getting into the business end of this game.
Yeah, and just look at the minimap control again from Rise Nation. As you're going to start to rotate over to Cave here, they've got the top side of the minimap completely and utterly locked down. They're spawning there as well. This is going to be another difficult position from Luminosity. It's every time we look at Cave or Bunker, you're fighting from the poor side of the map if you're LG. It makes it so hard to try and win any gunfights. You're going to see the kill feed for a while is going to be basically all red. They're all set up on cover. These are such difficult odds. Hell of a gunfight win there from Cap, but will it actually result in an opening? We'll have to wait and see.
TJ Halley again taking down in mid, trying to make his way through. As you can see, Rise Nation still in full control of Caves. This setup was truly far back. They could create so much space for them to use, but finally, LG invert upon the cave, get the kills. 30 seconds remaining here on the first hard point of this next rotation. And we're going to see a little bit of action here, but Methods is already pretty deep, and he's got Gunless behind him. These big shots now, taking Octane, having to push him back, suppressing his position there. But, oh, Octane, big win there from LG. The kind of the gunfights, they seem to be going LG's way, Clint, but Rise is still in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, LG is going to get the final 20 or so seconds there, but now, yeah, you're in a 4v3 then on rotation, and it completely goes the way of Rise Nation. They're spawning bridge, and they're set up very nicely for ruins. You see they've got complete control. They have eyes over mid-map as well. This is going to be yet another tough break, and that's what the whole game has been to me. It's like Rise is set up early, LG finally breaks in, they get some kind of time, but hard point by hard point, the lead just increases a bit each time for Rise Nation. You can't win that way if you're LG.
Yeah, they're buying themselves more time in order to hold on to those places and retake them as well. And this is TJ again, just being an absolute nuisance for everyone on LG. This is a roundabout. Octane, though, coming in there with the bayonet, putting him down. Almost fully streaked out for Gunless as well. He's at 5 in a row. That's the 200-point mark broken there for Rise Nation. He will be dropped before able to get that mortar strike, but regardless, that is still going to be a ton of ordnance that they're going to be able to use in the next set of hard points.
Yeah, and he doesn't get that final kill, but he peppers bullets into 2 or 3 players that are trying to push into you. His teammates clean up everything, and now this is getting very, very scary. You're at the 220 mark. You're going to get the final 15 15 seconds. It's one of those games where you would basically need perfect hardpoint from Luminosity, and this just isn't a map where you can lock down, you know, back-to-back 60-point hardpoints. I don't know how you come back at this if you're LG. They need a miracle.
And the stats are really not telling a good story for the guys on LG. Again, they're all being outslayed pretty heavily at this point. And it's T2, 32 and climbing now. This is the final moments here as Rise Nation looking to get their first notch on the belt here in pool play against LG. TJ picking up more kills, gunless in the back end, Methods raining death from above with that fighter pilot. It is really looking pretty sweet for the boys in the red trunks. And here comes another glide bomb. I mean, they just seem to have a blank check. They can keep these payloads coming. It's not been a problem for them whatsoever, and that is going to be a comfortable game one to Rise Nation.
Wonderful, wonderful performance from them. LG a little slow out the gate there in that series, but Rise continuing where they left off. Revan, what was your key takeaway from map number one?
It just kind of felt that Luminosity throughout the game. They spent a lot of time fighting for spawns, and they were losing those battles.
If he was 4 in a row just then, he's almost streaked out in the second round. It's a scary thing to see if you're an LG fan. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, I think there were some people questioning whether maybe Methods is a little bit overhyped after the one event. But, I mean, the thing that convinced me he wasn't is how hyped the players were on him. Not even fans as much, but he was a key part in Roster Mania. He was the one people were going after. He said on Hot Mic he got 4 offers. So he is definitely one of the top players in Call of Duty World War II right now. But as we get back to the action here in round 4, it's a bomb planted for LG. It's a 1 versus 3 for TJ Alley.
TJ, he's got a mountain to climb here, and this is going to be the start of it. J-Cap gets a tag in the ankle there. It's not going to be enough. 30 seconds left on the clock. He needs to kill 3 players and defuse the bomb. He's going to try to retake the site on his lonesome, and he is. Go. And now Luminosity have tied things up 2-2. And we almost saw a snipe there from Looney, but he has switched that out to a PPSH. Would have been quite exciting to see. Clint? Something in your mind?
Well, no, I'm just trying to see. There's no one really. Okay, can we hop to number 5? Because I was about to say, Cap, he wasn't watching the cross right away, and they hit it so quickly for Rise Nation. I think by time he actually tried to peek through Cap and Alley and get eyes, there were already multiple players in position there to gun him. I was just trying to watch it on the minimap because it looked like he was looking down mid-alley. They had no one looking towards A. It just ends up being a very easy plant here for Rise Nation. But the swarm now coming in from LG. TJ Halley quickly by himself. The flood's on, he's trying to push it out, but he's gone. Incredible retake from LG, and that they had basically no presence today whatsoever, but fantastic job retaking.
Unfortunate timing from Looney. He got the bomb down, full game 11.
Oh, I mean, it's what we expected in this series overall. It was a close one. Nice one-on-one gunfight there by TJ, though. Good job by Slack to trade it out. So very quickly a 3 versus 3. You see that number 7 on the minimap, that's Octane. He's sort of just trying to get eyes here from Bell to Ruins, see if he can spot anything. Methods, you can see on X-Ray, has that high ground advantage. But now, can we hop over real quickly to Gunless if possible? Because he's going to be the one kind of peeking in through you. So if they try to hit up through mid, hit through fire, he's probably going to take the first gunfight. There it is, able to win it, and the second. Gunless, disgusting stuff there, controlling mid-map. Maybe a little overzealous then with the next challenge, as he was weak and ends up dropping. Octane gonna have to pull off a 1 versus 2 here, Miles.
Oh, when the blood's pumping. When the blood is pumping, anything can happen. And here we are, Looney versus Octane. Streaks acquired for Octane. Slack almost had them as well if he weren't cut down by Gunless, and now, here we go. The timing could be perfect with 30 seconds left on the clock. Octane, he's checked his corners, he's gone left, he's gone right, he's crossed the street, and he's picked up the bomb. And you can see on the minimap, Looney.
I thought Looney was gonna hear him. I mean, he has armored prime class on. He's stomping around. I think Looney heard him maybe just a little bit late there as he finally crossed.
Was he close? He's too close to the flaming truck, and maybe that sound's drowned it out. Either way, the bomb's gone down. He's now changed the field in a big way. 40 seconds until the bomb detonates. Looney has to make his way in and get that defuse. Snipes out! He's gonna take his face clean off. Looney, we couldn't have asked for anything better.
That's sick stuff, and that's tough for Octane. Like, you know, you're in a 1v2, you get that first kill, you get bombed down, you get the high ground, you're feeling yourself. I think if Looney has any other gun there, he's like, I'm winning this gunfight from this position. Unfortunately,
just seen that. He may have been able to take the round, but either way, they're tied up, and already we're off to a big start. TJ's gone down, gunless now. Looking for a bit of revenge, and he won't find it. Octane and the STG ringing out in the back end, and now Methods all on his lonesome. Wow, what a round from Luminosity. They bounced back in a really good way.
Maybe Octane a little bit pissed about how that last round ended. He just comes out and guns 2 immediately in a 20-second round. And he's still got the streaks to work with as well. But we'll see the final kill here from Cap.
That's huge. I mean, I want to go back one more round to the Looney snipe round. They managed to clean him up, and now the tables have turned in a big way, though, as Octane 10-4. He's really coming into his own now here in round 8. Luminosity need 2 to win this. What?
Did someone else hit him at all? He just laser beam there as he peeked the edge. He's feeling himself, not missing a bullet. Bit of a wide peek there for Methods to try and get eyes on you, and Octane wanting none of it. Another streak opening, now 12-4, 4 in a row. Bomb planted with streaks. This round should be done.
Looney's going to get him again with a snipe, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. 3 members of Luminosity alive. Looney now on his own. He's got players surrounding him. He's completely in the wrong part of town. Shots out. He's now given his position away. And with 3 angles to watch in that one situation, he had absolutely no choice but to do his best and roll the dice. And he crapped out.
Seems like a Looney sniper is the only thing that can kill Octane right now.
It's got silver bullets in there, dude. That's what it is. Both teams looking extremely composed. Luminosity are now on map point. 1 more win, and it's all theirs.
And this, you can see a defensive stack towards A, and they're doing this because Octane has the streaks. They're like, all right, if you want to take bomb towards B, fine. The streaks are going to come raining in here. I don't know what time exactly they'll call this in, but usually it's around 1:15, 1:10. Here you go. Here comes the streak, bomb being planted. Do they all have mountain is the question. Actually, he doesn't. Okay, now he's going to call it in. Right after Gunless gets a kill, though, and he spots everything. He gets picked up mid-map, though. They push him out. So this could be a round in which a streak is burned.
Oh, this is a big play. It's all unslacked. Shots are out, and he's cleaned up immediately. What a turn. They used the fight pilot. The Stuka came out. He dropped it, and he was killed. Clint, how does this change the field?
It changes it completely. I know you still have a couple of streaks, so maybe I shouldn't say completely, but the fact that you get a round win when Octane invests his streak is massive. And that with the 5-3 advantage in full streaks, but now a heck of a lot more interesting, Miles.
Moment of hesitation really cost them there. Looney finds JCat with that first snipe, and this is huge. He may have another one. Pistols out. He will be dropped. Looney, almost a hero for his team. 2v2 right now. Luminosity still on that point, and here comes the glide bomb. Oh, they're holding hands. This could be devastating. First one does go down. They're gunless now. He's been taken down. Methods, the man of the hour. We've talked him up enough. We've gassed him to the full. Can he take on 2 players of Luminosity and keep his team in it?
Yeah, he's got a full tank for sure right now. He has received many kind words throughout the course of this weekend already, but Methods, you got to clutch a 1v2 pal to push this to around 11. He's running armor inconspicuous, so he's quiet, but not completely silent. You have one, I believe, tucked inside that top window. Or sorry, tucked peeking out that top window from cabin. He knows where both are. He just doesn't have a lot of time to work with, Miles.
It's ambitious, though. Put those shots out. Now he's pulled the curtain over their eyes. Can he find Octane on his own?